Okay. So, hi everybody! It's a super windy day here, and I had said that we would wash some hand-spun skeins because I did finish, let me show you, I did finish a few hand-spun skeins in the spin together contest thingy, which I mean, I wasn't really trying to compete. I was just trying to spin and have fun with my friends. But I finished some skeins and I went ahead and I just put them in for like a 20-minute soak. Just enough that I'm trying to get any of the dirt that was on my hands or dirt that might have been left in the skeins out of them. It's just hot tap water and like a drop of whatever gentle dish soap I happen to have on hand because all of my wool wash is downstairs. And I wanted to get this done so we could talk about it. So I just went ahead and left it all in there. And the next step is I'm actually just going to pour this kind of over my deck railing. And now I'm going to take each of my skeins kind of individually and just give them a little squeeze off of my towel. And then you probably can't see that I put a big blue towel out here, but I'm just going to gently take all of my skeins after I've given them a little squeeze. Hope you can see that. You probably can't see that I'm squeezing. That was a nice one. And I'm just putting them on my towel, and my goal is to just get the water out. So there, we're getting the water out. Just enough that when I go and roll them up in the towel, I can finish getting enough of the water out that I can then whack my skeins and then lay them out to dry, because it is a super windy day, which means that it would be a great day to dry my skeins of yarn. So show you what I have done so far. There's 5 of them. So there we go. I got 5 down, and I'm getting super wet. So wet. I'm also thinking about moving the video time for these live videos to 2:15 my time, because I'm having some trouble getting Ina down for a nap before 2 o'clock right now. So I'm contemplating maybe, what do you guys think? If I move it back just a few minutes, would that inconvenience anybody? I don't have a ton of people that watch this live. Usually people kind of check it out later, so I don't think it would be a huge problem, but you know, I am trying to be respectful. So there we go. I wanted to make sure that my water didn't cool off too much. Here's my 10 skeins. There's my 10 skeins all finished, ready to be rolled up. So that's the next step. So go ahead and chuck the rest of that water. And it was only a little bit dirty, which is good. Okay. So now you can watch me roll up the skeins. So this is all I'm going to do. I tried to make sure that my skeins weren't too tightly wound when I put them in the water, and my goal is just to roll them up enough that I can get some of the water out, not all of it, just some of the water out, so that I can whack it. I just don't want it to be too damp when I do this. So that's the goal. And I know it's terribly exciting, right? Watching me roll this up. You're going to be even more excited when you see what I do next, because I'm not exactly a lightweight. I don't exactly weigh like a ton, but I have enough weight that if I very gently step on my towel, then I can get some water out in a pretty I've done. See how I've done here. Not bad. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There. Not bad. Not bad. They look decent. All right. Okay, so now we get to whack them. That's the fun part. So if you remember when I did this last time, because I've done this before, I just take my skeins and I unroll and just whack them on my deck. And a lot of times I do it over my deck. You can have this up here. Ooh, that's kind of nice. It's a good sound. And all you want to do is whack and rotate. But, you know, I'm not getting great coverage. Actually, it's not bad. Maybe just try the back. Ooh, that sounds fun. Oh, I missed it. Let's rotate. Whack and rotate. Whack and rotate. And remember, the purpose of this is just to kind of distribute your twist a little bit. That's all. Sort of finish it off. That one looks pretty good. I was reading an old spinning book. Just lay it over here to dry. And talked about about how with skeins you could take them and use like a rod in the top and a rod in the bottom, and then on the bottom rod hang an S hook on each end and a couple of jugs partially filled with water, so that you could make sure that your so that your skeins dry and don't curl as they're drying. But this looks pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna have any big issues with twist problems. Let me see. Nobody's said anything, right? I don't have any comments. I do have, nope, don't have any comments. That's okay. So, anyway, I've been reading this old book, great old book, and I've really been enjoying it. So I thought maybe I'll pick out some choice pieces and tell you about them in one of these videos that I'm going to do with everybody. And I really like how these are turning out. I kind of like whacking them on this bench too. There we go. That's pretty good. There's 3 done. Let's see how many we can get done while I'm talking. I had a request for color work, so I thought next week we'll look at color work again. I will put a post up. Maybe we'll try the Victor mitts. Those are a fun little project with color work. And there's a couple different ways that I want to try color work, something a little bit different for me. So maybe we'll try making the Victor mitts and we'll see what happens. There we go. With those, I think that could be fun. And yeah, anyway, this is kind of what's going on with me right now. Is I'm whacking yarn. This is how you finish your hand spun. Just a nice, gentle whacking. Although I have managed to undo one of my ties. And remember, on my ties, all I do is I just do little half hitches. So I'm just going to lay this back in and make a half hitch around my skein and pull that tight, and that's it. That's all it is. This one looks pretty good too. I don't know, what do you think? It's not bad, right? Not bad. So, oh, I'm whacking it on the bench, Lisa, because with hand spun yarn, sometimes you need to redistribute the twist a little bit, and sometimes it'll help to bloom the yarn a little bit. So, you know, you thwack it to finish it off. And I just happen to be using my bench because it's a decent surface and it doesn't seem to be sticking too bad. A lot of times I use the deck. But my deck is starting to get just a little bit weathered and it sticks to the boards a little more than I like. So I'm thwacking it. And you don't have to finish your yarn by thwacking it necessarily, but it's fun. It's therapeutic because I'm smacking something on something else. And there's an actual reason for it. So I'm just finishing off all of my skeins from Spin Together. And I had 10 skeins, mostly because I don't have big bobbins on my spinning wheel. If I had bigger bobbins, then I wouldn't have had so many skeins. But that's okay. I had fun, and I got my wheel back in production, and that was probably more important than anything else. And I have a new drive band now. Makes things much better than that kitchen twine. That kitchen twine was awful. Anyway, and it's super windy out. It's very dry today. And down here by St. Louis, we're actually under like a wind and tire watch warning until I think 6 o'clock tonight. And there we go. And as a result of that, since it's so dry and windy, I'm hoping that my skeins will dry really fast. Look at this. Ugh, Teeswater. You guys, this is Teeswater. It just glows. See how it glows? I love the Teeswater. So I'm kind of whacking it to dry it a little bit, but more I'm whacking it to help distribute the twist so that if I have any slightly overspun spots or slightly underspun spots, that the twist will migrate a little more. Look at this! Gosh, I love Teeswater. This is the skein that my daughter kept stealing too. She loved this. Okay, now it's just the tiny skeins. Just my little bitties. These are my little ends. So when I get to the end of a bobbin, I hate to waste it and I hate to throw it off on a waiting spool, waiting bobbin. So a lot of times I'll try to work it out so that I spin off those last few yards. They usually aren't very long at all. Anywhere from like, I don't know, 15 to 40 yards of yarn. But I do like to do them. And the whacking does help. I'm actually going to hold all of these guys together because the weight of them all together is going to help as I'm thwacking it. So I'm going to hold all three of these little guys together. Big skeins, I don't worry about that as much, but the weight as they're going through the air together will help all of them to thwack a little easier since they're such tiny little skeins. Just like that. Super windy here today, but I mentioned super windy. Alright, those are pretty good. Alright, leave these out on my deck to dry. Put this over here. There we go. Put my whites down here. Alright. So let's check them out. They don't look too bad. So, yes, I wash it skeined and tied, Lisa. So I use half hitches. This is a half hitch tie right here. I don't know if you can see this. There, half hitch tie on this beautiful Teeswater. Look at this Teeswater. Man, I love this stuff. Love this Teeswater. Anyway, so all I'm trying to do is just get it out here in the sunshine with this wind to dry, which is why I wanted to get it out here and get it done. And you know, gosh, look at this Teeswater. Man, that Teeswater is so pretty. Love this Teeswater. I probably could have put a little more twist in this, but it's not bad. And then this was Merino, I think this was Merino Angelina for the blue ply. And then that's like a mystery, I don't know, I bought it so long ago and it wasn't marked. I think I bought it as mystery roving. This is Blueface Leicester. This happens to be dark. So like a gray-based blue-faced Leicester roving that was then dyed. And then this is 1 ply each. Man, this stuff is like drying really fast too. 1 ply each of the bright. So this is the bright blue-faced Leicester, all skeined up. So pretty. Turned out so pretty. Look at this. And then 1 strand of the dark plied together. There's the bright one. And then here's more of that mystery. I don't even know what this is. I think it's a mix of fibers, to be perfectly honest. But it turned out pretty and cute, and that's really all that matters. And, you know, I should have been more consistent. I need to work on my consistency in spinning. I don't spin enough, so I should definitely work on my consistency in spinning. But here it is, hanging out here, hanging out on my deck in this nice wind, very windy, so that it will dry. And, oh yeah, and there went my bowl. It's very windy today. In fact, I might just hook this up over a railing so that it's less likely to blow away. There we go. So anyway, next time when I'm on, we will take a look at some color work, and we'll talk about socks and color work, and we'll do some mitts, and it'll be all kinds of fun. And don't forget that I still have 3 videos left over in that Wool and Fiber Arts group. So I'll be in the Wool and Fiber Arts group in, just a little bit. And today we're learning about darning. So I'm darning socks. I'm darning holes in socks. So that'll be fun. And then, what have I got? Oh, and then it'll be the care and washing of socks tomorrow. And then Friday is my last video, and we're going to talk about socks in other ways. So not toe up and not top down, but socks that are made in a different manner. So yeah, fun stuff. And then Tina will be on Friday as well, hopefully talking about the t-shirt, because she's made progress on the t-shirt, and dyeing, I think. She's been dyeing some yarn, so maybe she'll share some of the yarn and roving she's been dyeing as well. Anyway, we'll be on next week. We'll have fun again, and I'll see you next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, wear your mask, be safe, go vote, take care of yourselves, keep crafting. What else do I need to say? Take care of your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Just take care of yourself. That way you can keep joining me for these videos. So anyway, we'll talk color work, we'll talk socks next week, and I'll see you then.